Hello my lovelies, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is your girl Angel from Simply Angel Tia. So as you can see, I am doing a different format of a video. So this is a vlog instead of a video where I'm creating a tutorial and you guys can only see my fingers but can hear my voice. For those of you who, by the way, haven't seen me, because I know it's not, you see pictures because I model all of my projects, but I guess a lot of you guys, I don't do a lot of videos that are a vlog like this. So yeah, I'm excited to do one. But what brings me here today is I'm actually here to address a comment that was left under one of my videos. So there are just a few things that were kind of discussed during this comment that I thought were false because this person was saying some things that it just for me did not make any sense. And so I'm going to address them here so you guys understand why I do things the way I do. And that way we're all kind of on the same page. So this comment was left under this cardigan here. This is the granny stitch cardigan that I posted about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's done really well. There's a lot of people who are leaving me comments under this video saying it's one of the best granny stitch video they have seen for a sweater for this type. So I'm very happy about that. There are a lot of shares of the video. There's a lot of comments as well as likes as well. So I really appreciate that. But what drew me to this particular comment that this person left, I'm not gonna mention their name or anything like that. The comments are up, they're public. You guys can go and click on it and read the back and forth. I'm sure some of you have already seen it. Have probably already responded to this comment as well because I had some people who actually became engaged with the comment as well. But I'm gonna post it here just so you guys see what started the whole thing. So this particular person commented telling me to get rid of a habit of winding yarn on my finger. So you guys know, I have a yarn here to demonstrate that. You guys know that for me to make sure I have a good tension of on my work, I wind yarn on my finger like this. And this is just how I've worked ever since I learned how to crochet. I do this, okay? So I do this and then I work from here. So this is how I do my work. So if I can, so this is pretty much how I work. I work like this. And for me, it's literally the way I learned, one. Second, I find it really, really effective for me to make sure I create even stitches, okay? A lot of people hold their yarn. I cannot even demonstrate it. A lot of people do it the way they do it. It's very easy for them to do it like this. I don't. I have tried it before. It doesn't work for me. So for me, this is how I do it. So this comment saying that I need to get rid of this habit and it's a terrible habit, it caught my attention, one, because it's just another way to hold yarn. It's just another way for me to control my tension. So it was off for me that this person would say that. And not just say that, but actually for me, it felt like an order. It felt like I'm being ordered to do something instead of just simply being maybe an opinion of, oh, I see that you do wind the yarn on your finger like this. Maybe it's not the best to do that for whatever reason. But this person telling me, literally the comment starts by saying, get rid of this terrible habit. I thought it was a little bit rude. But what is interesting is when I read this comment, right below it, another lovely responded to her. And the response was pretty much what I would have responded to her saying. And the comment, the response was saying that, why do you care how she does it? It's the way she does it, doesn't matter. And so I responded to this other lovely who commented on this original comment. And I said, I agree with her. Why does it matter how I do it? It's how I do. It's just a different way of doing it. I'm not teaching anybody how to do this. And of course, this person then responds to this message saying, why would you want to teach people this is a terrible habit? You should never teach people how to do something wrong. And then again, of course, I go back to that and I respond to that and I say what makes this particular way wrong versus how the other ways are. Because I know there's a lot of different ways people hold their yarn, just like a lot of people hold their hook differently. For example, I hold my hook like this when I crochet. I crochet like this. And a lot of people do this, okay? They hold it like this. So there's nothing that says this is correct and this is wrong, or vice versa. So for me, I'm very sometimes shocked by people who think something have to be done a certain way and that's the only right way to do it. And this, of course, for those of you who don't know, I grew up in Africa until I was about 12 years old. And in school, I remember, and this is in the 90s, let's say early 90s. And I remember being in school and teachers literally punishing kids who would write with their left hand. Because as we all know, there are people who are right-handed, there are people who are left-handed. So any students who are just naturally born left-handed were literally being punished and being forced to write with their right hand, because that was assumed that being a right-handed person is the right way and being a left-handed person is a wrong way. So you would literally have teachers forcing these students to write with their with their right hand, not for any particular reason, but just because they assumed that being a left-handed was actually not the good thing and being a right-handed was right. And this reminded me of this. This was never me, I'm right-handed. But this was for me so terrible, to force someone who can write very clearly, very, like there's nothing wrong with how they do it, and telling them it's a wrong way. So this kind of reminded me of this, and I maybe in a way kind of triggered this video a little bit, because I really do not like people who see somebody do something different than how they do it and they assume the way the other person is doing it is wrong. For me, if it works, it works. There's no way to tell somebody that this particular technique is more better or correcter than the technique that you're doing, or whatever the case is. So it kind of gave me this idea. The other example that I will use is my husband is a painter. He's a left-handed person and he paints. So, and he also teaches other people. He has a YouTube channel where he teaches how to crochet, where he teaches how to paint and how to draw. And he's left-handed. So can you imagine him getting a message from somebody saying, why would you teach people how to draw with the left hand? Why would you teach people how to paint with your left hand? You should be doing it with the right hand. It's just ridiculous. This whole comment for me did not make any sense, because I am not forcing any of my lovelies to do anything the way I do it. What I do is I create a project, I create a garment, and then I show you how to do it, what stitches I'm using, what kind of sizing methods I'm using, what kind of whatever this is. I have never ever told a single person on my channel they must wind the yarn on their finger, or they must hold their hook like this, or they must do their magic circle the way I do it. Because also the way I do a magic circle, again, winding the yarn on my finger like this, I do my magic circle like this, and this is it. This is my magic circle. That's it. And what I do with this is I just start to work my stitches into this circle. I start to do, and by the way, this particular video we're talking about, the one for this sweater, this is exactly what I do. Is I start by doing a magic circle like this. But there are also people who do a magic circle by doing chains, okay? And I do this technique sometimes as well. And they just do a chain of 3, 4, whatever it is, and then they slip stitch on the first chain here, okay, just like this. Whoopsie. They slip stitch just like this, and then this is their magic circle. So this is where they will work their stitches into, right here, okay? That is other people's magic circle. This is how some people do it. I will never tell anybody, don't do it like this, do it the way I do it, because for me this is ridiculous. It's just a ridiculous thing to tell somebody. So anyways, now that I've covered the actual main comment itself, that is pretty much it. This is what the comment was. But this particular person and I go back and forth, messaging, responding to each other's message, and all of my, again, go into the comment and read for yourself. All of my comments were just defending this technique and saying, it's the way I do it. If you think it's wrong, it's up to you, but I'm not forcing you or anybody on my channel to do it the way I do it. It's just a technique that I do. If somebody's a complete beginner and they want to learn the way I do it, they can. But if they find the way I do it is a little bit difficult for them, or maybe not, it's not a favorite thing to do, they can learn it how somebody else is doing it. There's so many YouTube videos about crochet now that you will probably find 10 different techniques on how everybody does everything differently. So with going back and forth with each other like this, it just came a point where I was like, this is becoming ridiculous. I was telling my husband about it, and my husband was like, you're not going to get through to somebody like this. They really, really believe you're doing something wrong, and there's nothing you can do. But then the second thing that I want to address on this video is that she started to very frequently in her comments say that I think I don't like people commenting. And because I am disagreeing with what she's saying, it meant I do not like people commenting something that is of a critical nature. And that if I don't like people who are commenting on my videos, I should not be on YouTube. This is not the format. This is not the platform I should be in if I do not accept people's comments. Which for me, again, is another loop I got thrown into, because I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? If I don't like comments, I should not be on YouTube. Like, what does that mean? And so as I was trying to get this clarification from her, she started to insinuate that because I don't accept her criticism of what she was saying, that I don't like her comments. And obviously that is complete nonsense, because if I did not like her comments, I have the ability to delete her comments. I have the ability to block her comments. I have the ability to hide her comments. So she would have been going back and forth. I would have had the ability to just block her, period. So I wouldn't have had the ability to continue communicating with her under this comment if I did not like her comment. I simply just told her, I do things different than you do. Therefore, I'm going to continue doing it like this. It has worked for me clearly. I have over 250 videos on my channel by now. So clearly it's working for me. And this is the first comment of this nature that I've received on the channel. So no, it has nothing to do with me not liking comments. I have never deleted, blocked, hidden a single comment on my channel ever. And there's a few lovelies who have given me constructive criticism on their comments, and I have taken that with pride and gone, okay, they want me to do it like this, I will do it like this. I had somebody who said I talk too much, and that could be true. I don't know, I talk too much probably, but I've realized I'm an over-explainer. When I teach people something, I over-explain it, because I would rather say too much for you to understand it correctly than to say too little and assume that you should get it. That's just the way I am, and it's also how I learn. I learn by getting bombarded with information, and then I go, oh, okay, I get it. Instead of somebody saying two lines and making me guess or assume the rest of it, okay? So I've had people who say you talk too much, and I go, I'm sorry. If I talk too much, maybe don't watch the video, because I don't know what else to tell you. I talk as much as I think I need to talk to be able to explain what I'm doing. So the idea of her saying I need to get off YouTube because I clearly don't like comment, I don't like people telling me things, blah, 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 obviously nonsense. If I have not responded to people's comments, one, I have not had time to do it, and often I will. And two, if I have not commented on your, if I've not responded to your comment and it's been forever, it just got lost. It just simply got lost in the bunch, and that's why I have not responded to it. But yeah, I like comments. Obviously, I tell you guys to comment on my videos all the time. It's literally the ending of my video. Each video ends with me saying, don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, like, share, and all of these things. So why would I then turn around and say I don't like comments? I don't nitpick what comment comes through, but I can disagree with you. I can disagree with you if you say I'm doing something wrong. I can just simply tell you, no, I'm not wrong in doing it. And if you think it's wrong, sorry, like, click off, go watch another video. And then of course this person towards the end, I'm gonna address a third thing. So the whole idea of the comments, me not liking comment, I know that's nonsense. I just explained why. But then towards the end of it, this person literally sends me a message saying I need to stop harassing her. Like literally saying that, oh, it just seems like I'm twisting her words, I'm twisting this, I'm doing this. I'm like, what kind of world am I living in where I am going back and forth with somebody on comments, and then they accuse me of twisting their words, but I have not said anything different than what they tell me. And then on top of it, now saying I need to stop harassing them. So this is another thing. I would never want to harass anybody. I would never harass anybody. If you guys are on my channel, it's actually something I prefer. I actually like you guys to be on my channel. I like you guys to comment, subscribe, do whatever it is to drive my engagement up so I can have a better channel. You guys have to realize I do this for free. I do this YouTube thing for free. I started this just right around COVID time. And it was because I had extra time. Even though I was able to work from home, I started to have extra time because I couldn't go hang out with my friends over the weekend. I couldn't go see family and things like this. I started to have a lot of time in my hands, and I started a YouTube channel because this is a passion of mine. I love to crochet, and I love to teach how to crochet. Maybe not everybody gets it, not everybody likes how I teach, but that's okay. You will never, not everybody would like you. But where was I going with it? So I obviously do this because I love it. I do this because I want to teach people. I want to engage with the community. I want to have a community. Now I have about 17,000 people on my channel. I want to engage with you guys, and I want to teach, but I don't get paid for it. Nobody is like, here's this paycheck, go do this. I spend so many hours doing crochet. So if you are on my channel, you're going to be on my channel because you're supporting me, not because I'm forcing you to, not because of anything. You're coming because you see that you need to support me. So you're commenting and things like this. So where is the harassment coming from? If I am responding to you and you're saying something to me and I'm saying something to me, where is the harassment? Because for me, my understanding of harassment is that you have stopped, you are no longer engaging, and I'm just like poking at you, and I'm like throwing words at you, and I'm doing all of this. For me, that would have been constituting harassment. But if I'm literally, you respond to me, and then I respond to you, and then you respond to me, and then where is the harassment? So it's a very serious accusation to tell somebody you're harassing them when you're actually interacting with them. But even weird enough, that after I get this message, I respond back to her and I say, okay, I can see that you're starting to play a victim, so I'm done. Like, this is finished. I'm not gonna respond to anything else that you send me. But then she started to respond, and then respond, and then respond to other people who are responding to me. So it's almost like saying I'm being harassed, but you're the one who's poking at everybody. Anybody who was commenting on this, responding to it, she was going after them, and then also accusing these other people of harassing her. So anyways, so this is pretty much why I wanted to come here. I wanted to address three things actually. So one is obviously that there's different techniques of how everybody does things. Every single one of you who is watching this, there's something that you do that is different than how somebody else do it, whether it's doing dishes, whether it's whatever it is. So the techniques that I use on my crochet to do create crochet is not any more wrong than somebody who does it differently. So this is what I wanted to come and address. Secondly, I wanted to address that I like people commenting on my videos. So saying that I don't like comments because you don't like me back, you want me to back down so bad that if I keep responding to you, you think it's because I don't like comments. That's absolute nonsense. Obviously, I've already explained why. And then the idea of saying somebody's harassing you when they're absolutely not doing that. That is a very serious accusation. I would never, ever, ever harass anybody. It's not in my nature to harass anyone. And a matter of fact, I was bullied when I was in high school. So I have always made sure I'm treading very careful on how I respond to people and how I treat people. So I feel offended when somebody says you're doing something of an aggressive nature towards them when I know I didn't, okay? And you guys will be the judge of this. Go to these comments and just read and see if there was, maybe I'm wrong, maybe how I was responding is harassing her. But like, if you read the comments, I have nothing, not a single comment have been deleted and not a single comment have been hidden. And I don't know, maybe she would do that on her side because as a person who comments, she has control of whether you can delete, edit, whatever, any of these on these comments that are hers. But for me, every single comment that I had left on this post is up, and it's gonna stay up because for me there's no need to delete it. It's just, for me, nothing serious was coming out of this. Beside, I did something different than how everybody does it. Okay, so that's it. I've talked for 20 minutes. Hopefully it's gonna be less if I edit it down. But yeah, so I just wanted to say this again. Thank you so much for supporting me. Like I said quickly, I have over 17,000 subscribers in about almost 4 years. It will be 4 years in June when I started my channel. So I appreciate you guys. I really hope the channel can go higher. I know there's a lot of channels out there that everybody's kind of, dipping in and out of. But I really would hope that you guys would support me even more. Watch my videos, subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing to subscribe. It costs absolutely nothing to comment, to like, to just engage so that the channel can kind of go up. So I appreciate for those of you who say that I do a good job and I should continue to do, because these kind of comments really are encouraging to me. And yeah, so that's it. I'm gonna leave the video here. Thank you so much again, and the next video that I will post will be of a tutorial, so don't worry about doing this often. I may actually consider, this is part of me that talks too much, sorry. I may actually consider doing some vlogs like this to answer some questions. For example, I was thinking to do frequently asked questions and answer it in this format instead of through comments, because a lot of people ask very similar questions throughout videos, and I often respond to those people individually. So maybe taking some of those frequently asked questions about my work, about crochet, and answering them like this, then that way I can have this video on the channel for people to watch, so that they can get some of these questions, if they had them, answered as well. So yeah, so maybe we will actually do more formats of doing vlogs like this. I may incorporate other things as well, of when I'm vlogging like this, to talk about yarn, what type of yarns I use, how I use them, where I get them, how I like them, kind of like reviews a little bit. So just to kind of make the channel a little bit dynamic, and also to get to see me like this, because I'm sure you get tired of just seeing hands all the time that are doing this. So yeah, so that's it. So I'm gonna let you guys go from here. I promise I'm not gonna say anything else, otherwise somebody's gonna comment on this saying I talk too much. But yeah, thank you. I wanted to address that, and I hope to see you guys in the next one, whether it's a vlog one like this, and or if it's a tutorial one. Okay, see you guys later. Bye.